let's talk about something that's new and contemporary. Yes, we haven't forgotten about what's happening in the market. Two new bikes coming in from Bajaj into the Discover family. Bala has had the chance to ride those as well.
Over the years, the Discover brand of commuter bikes from Bajaj have made a name for themselves for being reliable and economical. But then again, for a lot of buyers, there were really too many Discover variants to choose from, making the brand look a bit confused. Bajaj has now rejigged its Discover portfolio, discontinuing the 125 ST, and it's added these twins, the Discover 150S and 150F. Now, this is a re-entry for the Discover into the 150cc space, which was discontinued in 2013. The company now reckons that modern urban commuters are looking at more than just fuel economy in their ride. So the new twosomes seek to address this need. Typical Discover looks are carried over to the new 150cc bikes. Of course, the 150S is the one that looks most similar to the rest of the Discover range, but there are subtle styling additions like restyled graphics, a 3D Discover logo on the fuel tank, the black grab rail and a covered chain guard. Fairly similar to the one found on the 125 variant, the instrument cluster looks neat and it has an easy-to-view analog speedometer, odometer, trip meter and fuel gauge. The quality of materials and feel on the switchgear could be a lot better. The tail of the bike is quite sharp with its sleek LED tail light. The 10-spoke alloys in a black finish do add an extra appeal, and the riding stance in the long seat is quite spot on for urban riding conditions. While the 150S sports a bikini fairing, the 150F sports a semi-fairing, which is the first in this segment, a clear intention by Bajaj to lure a younger set of customers to the Discover brand.
Now, it's easy to pick the more good-looking one of the new Bajaj Discover twins, not just because the semi-fairing comes on the 150F, making it a little more good-looking, but it's the way the overall shape of the fairing has been designed. It blends well with the overall shape, as well as the graphic really adds a lot more character to the bike itself. Also, you have a modern-looking instrument cluster, which is part analog, part digital, giving it a little more appeal. Not that the 150S is a bad-looking bike, but it just bears way too much resemblance to its sibling, which makes it a little bit boring. And so I do expect the 150F to be the pick of the lot, especially among young consumers. They're going to want a little more sporty appeal in their 150cc bike.
The Discover twins get the new DTSI-equipped single-cylinder 4-valve engine. This produces about 14 bhp and it gives out a peak torque of 12 Nm, both of which are better or on par with segment rivals like the Honda CB Unicorn or the Yamaha FZS. The 5-speed gearbox on the 2 is impressive since it's precise and quick, thanks mainly to a responsive clutch. The bikes may well belong to the commuter segment, but they still offer a bit more fun on the road, especially when you open up the throttle. We also managed to negotiate bad roads fairly well. The bike's front telescopic forks and gas-charged monoshock in the rear works well. Braking is sure-footed with the front disc and rear drum providing enough bite and feel. Though it would be nice to get discs at the rear too, given the slightly premium edge the 150 will want to take. Overall, handling on the bike is quite impressive at both low speeds on city roads and when zipping along the highway. The engine does sound less noisy than the other Discover bikes, but there are vibrations that kick in once you cross 90 km/h, which is annoying. Bajaj claims an ARAI certified fuel efficiency of 72 km per litre on the new Discovers, though real-world driving conditions might see you get an average of about 55 to 60 km to the litre. The bikes are attractively priced, starting at 52,000 for the Discover 150S with the drum brakes variant, 55,000 rupees for the disc brake variant, and the 150F is close to 60,000 where the disc brake comes as standard. All prices ex-showroom Delhi. At these prices, the new Discover 150 is quite an attractive proposition, combining good urban riding character and better performance. And by offering two style options, Bajaj is eyeing both practical and younger consumers who would like to perhaps demand a bit more of everything from their Discover bikes.